Welcome! This guide breaks down final expense, burial, and funeral insurance in plain language. These small, permanent policies are designed to protect your loved ones from the stress of end-of-life bills. Premiums stay the same for life. Coverage never expires as long as you pay. And benefits are paid directly to your family, usually very quickly. Together we'll cover how the policies work, what they cost, who qualifies, and how to pick the right amount of coverage for your needs so your family can focus on memories, not money. Final expense insurance is a small, permanent life policy built to cover funeral, cremation, and related costs. You pay a predictable monthly premium that never increases. When you pass, your beneficiary receives a tax-free lump sum to use for the service and any final bills. Approval is simple. Most seniors qualify without a medical exam. Think of it as a straightforward safety net that turns a small monthly payment into relief for your family when they need it most. Let's check your starting point. Can you explain the difference between term and permanent coverage? Do you know what guaranteed acceptance actually guarantees? Are you clear on how a beneficiary receives the payout? And did you know premiums on these plans don't increase with age? If any of these are fuzzy, don't worry. This presentation will fill the gaps and give you clear, confident answers. You can own more than one final expense policy, even from different companies. Many seniors layer a couple of small policies to reach their ideal coverage amount. That can help if one carrier has lower limits, or if you want to spread risk. Just make sure your beneficiary details are current for every policy, and keep your records together so your family can file claims easily. Alice, a widowed church pianist, thought savings would cover everything, until a funeral quote showed a much higher number than expected. She chose a small final expense policy to close that gap, so her children wouldn't have to contribute. Stories like Alice's are common. Burial insurance works because it's simple, easy to qualify for, and focused on one goal: protecting your family from an unexpected bill at a difficult time. Think of final expense insurance as a lighthouse. When a family faces loss, the policy shines a clear path through financial fog. Unlike traditional policies that can require exams, labs, and long waits, these plans usually approve quickly, keep premiums fixed for life, and cover the expenses that matter most at the end. Simple, predictable, and easy to navigate. Exactly what families need. Monthly cost depends on your age, health answers, tobacco use, and coverage amount. The big advantage is predictability. Rates lock for life. Limits do exist. Coverage amounts are smaller than term life. Watch for pitfalls like teaser ads that hide waiting periods or use confusing units. Apply sooner rather than later. Every birthday can raise the price. Every company excels with certain ages or health situations. That's why we compare multiple carriers for you instead of pushing one option. We map your health answers to the carriers most likely to approve you with strong benefits and fair rates. The result? A short list of clear choices, fast approvals, and predictable, locked-in premiums. Watch for policies that advertise a tiny price but sell units instead of a clear dollar benefit. Be wary of plans that quietly add 2-year waiting periods or make canceling difficult. If anyone pressures you, won't give written quotes, or glosses over details, step back. A solid policy will be transparent about the benefit, the premium, and when the full payout begins. Many seniors wait too long thinking they can handle coverage later. Every birthday increases the cost. Others buy from the first caller or TV ad, not realizing rates can vary by 40% for identical coverage. Choosing the wrong type, graded instead of level can delay benefits. And underinsuring is another pitfall, especially with funeral costs often topping $9,000. Avoid these mistakes to keep your family fully protected. Coverage is like a seatbelt. You hope you never need it, but when you do, you want it strong enough. A $5,000 policy may only cover a direct cremation. $10,000 is closer to today's average funeral. $15,000 to $25,000 leaves enough for extras like medical bills or small debts. Better to have too much than leave your family short. You don't have to wait until retirement. In fact, applying while still working can be smarter. You're usually healthier and can budget more easily. Rates lock in at today's age and won't rise later. If you want to switch carriers, always get the new policy approved before canceling the old one. This avoids gaps and protects your family continuously. Many believe age 80 is a cutoff, but that's not true. Coverage is still possible up to 85, and with a few carriers, even 89. Most options are guaranteed issue, meaning approval without health questions. While coverage amounts are smaller and costs are higher, it still ensures your family won't be left with bills. If you smoke, you can still qualify for funeral life insurance. Expect to pay about 20 to 40% more, but you won't be denied. Some companies are lenient for cigar or pipe use, and if you quit for a year, you may reapply for non-smoker rates. Your life has value, and coverage is available regardless of tobacco use. Your health works like a route planner, guiding which coverage path you qualify for. If conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure are controlled, you often get level benefit. Heart disease or stroke may place you in a graded plan with partial payouts at first. Even serious conditions like dialysis qualify under guaranteed issue. The important point: everyone has a route to coverage. Many seniors wonder if they can afford final expense coverage. Most plans cost 2 to 3% of a Social Security check. You can choose smaller coverage if needed, or save 10% by paying annually with tax refunds. Timing payments with Social Security deposits helps too. It's about balancing peace of mind with your monthly budget. Even if debts aren't legally your family's responsibility, emotional pull makes them step in. Funerals average over $9,000, plus unpaid medical bills, utilities, or travel for the service. Altogether, families often spend $15,000 to $20,000 unexpectedly. A final expense plan lifts that magnet, so their energy goes into remembering you, not finding money. Final expense insurance is powerful, but it has limits. It's designed for end-of-life costs, not long-term care, nursing homes, or mortgage balances. It won't pay living expenses for your family. To fill those gaps, look at trusts, wills, or other coverage. Final expense ensures your funeral is covered, but it isn't a full financial plan. Seniors who purchase burial insurance often share the same feedback: how quick and easy approval was, how predictable fixed premiums help them budget, and how much relief their family feels knowing everything is covered. One senior put it simply: "I wish I had done it sooner." These real voices highlight the peace of mind that coverage brings. Some consider prepaying a funeral. But if you move or the home closes, your money may be lost or limited. Final expense insurance is portable. It goes wherever you do. Your family chooses how to use the benefit, whether for burial, cremation, or bills. That flexibility is why many seniors prefer insurance over prepaid contracts. Medicaid and SSI have strict rules on assets. The good news is, final expense policies under $1,500 don't count. Larger policies may be protected by placing them in a burial trust. SSI usually treats coverage as a burial fund, which doesn't reduce benefits. With the right setup, you can keep your insurance and your government assistance. Term life often provides larger payouts, but ends after a set number of years and usually requires exams. Final expense gives smaller coverage, but it never expires as long as premiums are paid. They serve different purposes. Seniors who only need to cover funeral costs often choose final expense, while term is better for mortgages or dependents. Many seniors are flooded with mailers because of age-based marketing lists. The problem is, most of these offers are overpriced or misleading. Working with a broker means comparing real companies side by side, not choosing from whatever flyer lands in your mailbox. That's how you find affordable, permanent coverage that truly fits. Seniors who've purchased burial insurance often wish they'd known a few things earlier. That rates only rise with age, not with so-called special enrollment periods. That prepaid funeral plans may not transfer across states, and that comparing multiple carriers can save as much as 40%. Their experience can guide you to better choices today. You can buy coverage for a parent, spouse, or child with their permission. For parents, you can be the owner and pay the premiums, but they must consent. Spouses often qualify for household discounts, and some companies allow joint plans. For children, policies are different, whole life, not final expense, with very low premiums. It's one way families protect each other. The application process is quick. A short phone call, a few health questions, and choosing your payment method, usually 10 minutes. Most approvals arrive within 1 to 2 days. Once your first payment clears, coverage begins, typically in under a week. It's one of the fastest ways to provide peace of mind for your family. Your choice matters. Big national call centers often push cookie-cutter packages that don't fit your real needs, and many will even sell your information to multiple agents. Palmetto Mutual is different. Our licensed experts know your state's funeral costs, guide your family through the claims process, and recommend only what's truly right for you. Planning ahead is a gift your family will never forget. And we're here to make it simple, personal, and secure.